I've been studying communication for 3 years, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you how mastering communication will give you more opportunities in life in general. Now, what do I mean by opportunities? What I mean by opportunities is it's kind of vague, but I'd say job opportunities. It's going to give you opportunities to be involved in some cool shit. It's going to be it's going to give you opportunities to excel in your career, make more money, be more social, have a more fulfilling life in general. Really, I should call this video how mastering communication is going to make your life better, but I'm specifically going to explain it through the lens of opportunities. So it's tangible, so I can explain it clearly. Now, how does mastering communication give you more opportunities in life? Now, the very first way that mastering communication gives you more opportunities in life, and the way I like to look at it, and one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to master communication and be good with people and go from introvert to extrovert, is because it makes you look more competent. For the past few years of my life, I've been on self-improvement, I've been working out, I've been trying to max out my life in general. I've been trying to get better at speaking. I've been trying to look max here and there. I've been trying to make money, blah, blah, blah. I've been on self-improvement relentlessly. And I was thinking to myself, what else do I do? Because I was hitting the gym already. I was working out. I was getting in shape. And I was like, what else is there to self-improvement? Right? Because I want to max out every aspect of my life. And I got to thinking, I was like, wait a minute. Speaking well is a huge part of self-improvement, and people completely overlook this. When people think about self-improvement, they think about hitting the gym, gaining muscle, and boosting your life quality in relationships, boosting your life quality in friendships. But I'm thinking to myself, why don't people master speaking? Speaking is absolutely and utterly a superpower. People completely neglect this, completely underestimate this. Speaking is a superpower. Speaking is able to get you millions and millions of dollars from a sales job. Speaking is able to allow you to conquer rooms, to own a room, everyone you step in. Speaking allows you to be good with people. So speaking is a fucking superpower. It amplifies every single aspect of your life and it makes you more competent. And that's the first reason why speaking well is going to get you more opportunities, because you look more competent. If I sat here and I was like, and I was stuttering a whole bunch of times and I didn't know how to speak well or clearly and make clear and concise points, then people wouldn't think I'm competent. But a big reason why, or a big way people judge whether you're competent or not, whether you're a man who has his shit together, is if you speak well. If you speak well, if you can speak for 30 seconds straight without saying a whole bunch of filler words, and you can say things clearly, then people are automatically going to think in the snap of a finger, you have your shit together. So it makes you more competent, makes people perceive you as more competent, so people are going to give you opportunities. People are going to treat you as if you're higher value, and you are higher value, because you have a superpower, you have attained it. What's one trait that you would want your friend to have, that if he had it, there's no way you're not going to like him more? So what do I mean by this, right? The one trait that everyone wish their friends could have, all of them, was to learn how to fight. Imagine if all your friends knew how to fight. It would be awesome. If there's no way that's going to detriment your life. If all your boys just know how to fight well and they can beat anyone's ass on the street, you're going to feel more comfortable around them. You're going to treat them with more respect. There's no way that's going to detriment your life. And it's the same thing with communication. Imagine if all your boys or you just knew how to speak exceptionally well. There's no way that speaking better is going to detriment your life in any way. It's only going to improve your life. Now, speaking is going to make you look more competent, so people are going to treat you better. They're going to treat you higher status, which is going to in turn give you more opportunities. Because if you think about CEOs, right? Let's say I'm a CEO. I'm like, all right, I have this job opportunity and I need someone who does a good job to be in this role. Who am I going to think of? I'm not going to think of the bumbling, stuttering idiot over there. I'm going to think of the guy who spoke clear and concise, looks like he has his shit together, is a people person. I'm going to think of that guy because he talks more, and I'm going to give him the job. So that's how it's going to give you more opportunities. On top of that, what speaking does is it increases your perceived value. So I have a bow and arrow right here, as you can see. So let's say I'm a 4 out of 10 archer. Keep in mind, I do not do archery for shit. I'm not a fucking archer. I just bought this because it looks cool. Look at this thing. Look how cool this looks. It's fucking sick. Now, let's say I'm a 4 out of 10 archer, which is probably accurate. But if I speak well, and I speak in a way that makes people think I know what I'm talking about, then people are wholeheartedly going to believe I'm a 10 out of 10 archer. Imagine if I showed you this. I was like, yeah, this is the compact bow. It's basically, there's rolls right here, there's cogs, and you pull it back, and what it does is that it supercharges the bow. So the bow, I actually used the 3-finger python technique, and this is a technique that's been used for about 1,000 years because archery has lasted and existed for thousands of years. Your caveman ancestors were fucking using a bow and arrow to hunt down woolly mammoths. So that's why I like using the 3-finger python approach. And I like to pull it back. And actually, when you pull it back, you have to use a lot of your lat muscle instead of your bicep muscle. So if I can speak in a way, the point is, if I can speak in a way that makes people think I know what I'm talking about, people are going to think I'm a 10 out of 10 archer, even though I'm a fucking shit archer. I can't hit a target for shit. So, perceived value is something that you can abuse when you master communication. Let me give you another example. Let's say I'm a mechanic. Now, I don't know shit about mechanics. I don't know what they do. They fix up your car, right? So this old lady, she comes in, oh, my car doesn't start. Can you please fix it? All right, I'll fix it. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm very busy right now. We have loads of customers, but just because I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna check it out right now because I'm a professional and I could probably look at it and diagnose the problem on the surface level. So, can you flip the hood for me, please? Okay, they open the hood, boom, open it up. Oh, I see. So the flux capacitor is actually combobulated with the engine starter mechanism. And what's happening is that since the flux capacitor, it's not getting enough oxygen every time you turn the key ignition, what happens is that the car doesn't start because the flame doesn't ignite and the gas doesn't go through the system. If I can speak in a way that makes me look like I know what I'm talking about, people are gonna think I'm a better mechanic than I am. Even though I'm a shit mechanic, I don't know nothing about mechanics or what they do or fucking cars. I don't know shit. So, speaking well is gonna give you more opportunities because people are gonna believe that you're better than you are at everything. So what that means is it's gonna make you higher status by extension. If people think you're good at something way better than you actually are, your status is gonna raise. You're gonna be known as the guy who does so and so. You're gonna be known as the guy who does archery. Be known as the guy who is a sick mechanic. You're gonna make more money that way too if you're that mechanic. So speaking, there's no way it's gonna detriment you, and it's gonna make people want to come back to your fucking mechanic business because you use perceived value. You increased it off of sheer communication. So that's the first reason why speaking well is going to get you more opportunities, because it makes people believe that you're competent, and you are competent if you know how to speak well. What it also does is it boosts your perceived value. Now, the second reason why speaking well and mastering it is going to make you have more opportunities. And if you, by the way, if you want to master communication, I have a communication lab program. You can check out the link in the description. I teach you everything about being a people's person, teach you everything about becoming an introvert, going from introvert to extrovert. I teach you all of that shit. I teach you how to become exceptionally well at communicating. If you want to check that out, master communication, it's in the link in the description. However, what was it? The second way that speaking well and mastering it is going to make you have more opportunities is because of visibility. The thing is, and you might not realize this because you might be a shit communicator, but once you get good at communication, like I am, then suddenly you become way more social. I want to talk to everyone now because I can have good, funny conversations that are entertaining, that are meaningful, that makes the other person feel good. People want to talk to me because of how I speak. It makes them feel good because of the principles of people and psychology that I know. I can make people feel good. I can avoid certain things, like criticizing them and condemning them. That's going to make them feel bad. So all of a sudden, I want to become more social. And what happens is when you become more social, your visibility increases. So I'm going to tell you a story about this guy named Ryan in my school. So this guy Ryan, that's not his real name, by the way, but this guy Ryan, he goes to school. He doesn't say a single word. From 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., doesn't say shit. I had classes with him. I was in his class for a full year, but I would hardly even notice he was there because he would never raise his hand in class. He would never make jokes. He would never talk to the people around him. So practically, he was invisible. He was on my bus, and every time I see him on my bus, I dap him up because I feel bad for him deep down. I'm like, this guy must be super lonely. I know how that feels. I hate being lonely. Let me dap him up to make him feel good. The issue is, I genuinely forget about his existence. He might be in the same class as me, sitting a few desks from me, but I will genuinely forget about his existence. That's how little he speaks. And if you're a guy, you're not social, you have zero visibility. No one knows you exist. When there's a big project, when there's a CEO who needs a fucking role, you're not going to be the one he picks because he doesn't know you fucking exist. So once you start getting good at communication, you suddenly become more social, and all of a sudden, you start knowing people. Bro, I know, you won't believe who I know. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows one of the biggest rappers of this generation in Chicago. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to expose any connections, but he lives in Chicago. He's one of the biggest rappers of this generation. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows him. I also know a guy who knows a guy who knows one of the best linebackers to ever play football in the NFL. Bro, when you're more social, the point is, when you're more social, you're talking to people, you start knowing people and your network grows. Your network grows, and all of a sudden you have access to people that you never believed you had access to. So, becoming more social, it's going to increase your visibility. So now, when I know the guy who knows the guy and they're talking about me and how I'm awesome and how I helped him out and how I'm a good person, I might get opportunities with this rapper. I might get opportunities with this NFL guy, helping him in camps, helping him do business, whatever it is. So when you speak more, you become more visible, which in turn gives you more opportunities, which by extension makes your life better. Now, the very last reason I want to share on how speaking well gets you more opportunities is because it increases your network. I think I kind of amalgamated the 2 points together. The point I was going to make just now was about how it increases your visibility, right? People know you exist. I already made that point. And then the network, since your visibility increases, your network increases, you know a guy who knows a guy. Now all of a sudden you can do business with other people. You can communicate with people. You have access to people. So I think I already made that point, the networking point. Being visible increases your network because you want to be more social since you master communication. So, I think I'm going to end the video there, honestly. If you want to master communication, if you want to get more opportunities, I have a program in the description. It's 4x cheaper than I'm going to sell it for in the future. It's going to completely and utterly change your life. It's going to make you a master communicator. And I think that's all I'm going to say. It's going to make you a master communicator. It's going to make you a people's person. It's going to take you from introvert to extrovert. It's going to completely and utterly change your life. If you want to check it out, the link's in the description. I highly recommend you join. It's a phenomenal program. If you join now, it's 4x cheaper because I haven't completed it yet. But once you join, I'm going to DM you. You're going to tell me what course you want covered in the communication lab. Whatever questions you have, I'm going to answer it there. All the shit I can't talk about in public, all those tiny little autistic tactics about communication and being a people's person, all in the communication lab. If you want to join, it's going to change your life. Link in the description.